the land, like a scar across the sand. No headlights in the fading light, just me and silence in the night. The radio is gone to noise, no voices, no familiar choice. Only ties and steady pace and shadows I can't erase. The world feels distant, far away, like it forgot to stay. And all I hear beneath the steel is something only I can feel. This empty highway runs through me, a line between what was and will be. No crowd, no noise, no guiding hand, just dust and time across the land. Empty highway, take me on, even when the hope is gone. I ride it like I always knew, there's something waiting to get through. The signs are bent, the pain is gone, but still I keep the motion on. The wind hits hard against my face, like it's trying to test my place. I've left behind more than I'll know, but something tells me not too slow. 'Cause even empty roads can lead to everything I'll ever need. The darker it becomes at night, the more I search for light, not from above, but deep inside, where nothing else can hide. This empty highway runs through me, a line between what was and will be. No crowd, no noise, no guiding hand, just dust and time across the land. Empty highway, take me on, even when the hope is gone. I ride it like I always knew, there's something waiting to get through. The stars appear without a sound, like they were always hanging round. No judgment in their quiet glow, just proof that time will always flow. And in that endless open space, I find a kind of resting place. Not in arrival, not in end, but in the road that won't bend. Maybe emptiness is not a loss of everything I've got, but space enough to finally see what's been inside of me. To something raw and something true. The road fades out into the dark, but still it leaves a mark. dust has settled on the ground, where all my battles came around. No cheering voices in the air, just silence lingering everywhere. I thought that winning meant relief, but all I feel is something brief, like chasing something made of smoke, a promise that I nearly broke. I got what I thought I wanted then, but something still feels warm within, because the finish line I crossed doesn't tell me what it cost. This is a hollow victory, no song of joy, no memory, just echoes of what used to burn, and lessons I still need to learn. Hollow victory, standing still with everything I used to feel, now fading like the setting sun. I won the fight, but lost what's done. The flags are gone, the crowd is too, and I am left with only truth, that winning doesn't always mean the ending looks like what you dream. I walked through fire, I stood through pain, I carried loss like summer rain, but in the quiet after all I hear a different kind of call. No celebration fills the night, no meaning found in flashing lights, just empty space where pride once stood, and wondering if I ever should. This is a hollow victory, no song of joy, no memory, just echoes of what used to burn, and lessons I still need to learn. Hollow victory, standing still with everything I used to feel, now fading like the setting sun. I won the fight, but lost what's done. Is still unknown, but now I walk it on my own, not chasing what I thought was right, but something deeper in the night. Maybe winning isn't gain if it still carries all the pain. And maybe losing something true is how we find what's real in you. And though it doesn't feel like peace, it's where my illusions cease. Hollow victory, let it fade into the choices that I've made, and maybe loss is how we learn what we were never meant to earn. The night is quiet on the plain, and I start again. ahead, where all the signs have turned to red. The wind has nothing left to say, but still it pushes me that way. I've walked through miles of broken ground, where hope and silence both are found. And now I stand where endings start, with dust still clinging to my heart. There's nothing left to chase behind, no echo I can still rewind. Just one last stretch I can't ignore, that leads me to something more. This is my last dust mile, I know, where everything begins to slow. The final stretch beneath my feet, where endings and beginnings meet. Last dust mile, don't let me break, even if the ground will shake. I walk it with what I became, through fire, loss, and endless flame. The sky is low, the light is thin, like every road I've ever been. It all converges into one, where nothing feels like it is done. The river fades into the earth, like it was waiting since my birth, to show me every step I take is built from every choice I make. No map survives this final ground, no certainty can still be found. Just footsteps fading in the sand, and something I don't understand. This is my last dust mile, I know, where everything begins to slow. The final stretch beneath my feet, where endings and beginnings meet. Last dust mile, don't let me break, even if the ground will shake. I walk it with what I became, through fire, loss, and endless flame. Sunset burns the edge of night, like something not yet out of sight. And in that fading, burning glow, I see the things I didn't know, that every end I tried to fight was just another kind of light. Maybe nothing really ends, it only bends and starts again. And every last remaining trace becomes a starting place. Smile, hold me tight through the fading edge of night, because even endings understand they're just beginning in disguise. The dust falls slow, the wind goes still, and I climb the final hill. marks and fading dust, and broken pieces left from trust. The wind sings low across the fields like something time refuses to heal. But I keep driving through the dark with nothing but a steady heart. No destination calling out, no voice of certainty or doubt, just miles that stretch into the unknown, and a feeling I'm not alone. This is my hollow road hymn, played on steel and broken wind, a song that rises from within every time I start again. Hollow road hymn, I sing it slow, where only restless spirits go, and every note the silence sends becomes a place where I can mend. Stand silent, weathered, worn, like memories the years have torn. The river hums a distant tune beneath the fading crescent moon. And I've learned that nothing stays the same, not joy, not loss, not even pain. And everything I leave behind becomes a shadow in my mind. The night reveals what daylight hides, the truth that lingers deep inside. And in the stillness I can hear the sound of losing fear. This is my hollow road hymn, played on steel and broken wind, a song that rises from within every time I start again. Hollow road hymn, I sing it slow, where only restless spirits go, and every note the silence sends becomes a place where I can mend. Without a sound, no celebration gathered round, just light that slowly fills the air and proves that hope is always there. Not loud, not bold, not carved in stone, but something felt when you're alone. A quiet strength that doesn't show, but helps you through the undertow. Even hollow roads can lead to everything a soul might need, not by force or perfect plan, but by simply where you stand. Time I feel within hollow road hymn, I ride along through every weak and weary song, and in its echo I defend the strength to rise again. The road keeps fading into gray, but I'm still on my way. Though it feels like nothing's near, I find myself still here. Hollow road hymn. ashes in the air, but I can feel it everywhere. The ground is still, the wind is gone, yet something restless lingers on. A pressure building in the night, without a single spark of light. It doesn't speak, it doesn't show, but still I feel it grow. A soundless force beneath my skin that says the storm begins within. This is silent thunder in my chest, a storm that never takes a rest. No crashing rain, no breaking sky, just something I can't deny. Silent thunder, call my name through the calm that hides the pain. It shakes me, but I stand my ground in the quiet. I hear the sound. I hear the sound. Fields are frozen in their place, like time forgot to leave a trace. The river moves but doesn't speak, like it is strong but still so meek. I walk alone beneath the sky, where even echoes seem to die. But deep inside the tension grows in ways nobody else knows. No warning comes before it breaks, no sign of all the weight it takes. It builds beneath the calm facade, like something deeply hardwired. This is silent thunder in my chest, a storm that never takes a rest. No crashing rain, no breaking sky, just something I can't deny. Silent thunder, call my name through the calm that hides the pain. It shakes me, but I stand my ground in the quiet. I hear the sound. The horizon glows with fading red, like thoughts I never fully said. The night is calm, but I am not. Inside me something won't be caught. It rolls and turns without release, a storm that never finds its peace. Maybe storms don't need the rain to carry all their weight and strain. Maybe silence is the storm that shapes us into something more. And I've learned to live with it. No need for skies to fall apart when the storm lives in the heart. Silent thunder, stay with me through uncertainty, and in the quiet I become the storm I came from. The night stays still, but I don't. Fractured light through shattered clouds and restless night. it hits the ground in crooked lines, like truth that never quite aligns. I stand where everything has bent, through all the things I tried and spent, and still the dawn keeps breaking through, like it's got nothing left to lose. Even broken light can show the places I have yet to go, and even pain begins to fade when morning finds the mess I made. This is broken sunlight on my face, no perfect warmth, no perfect grace, just pieces falling from the sky that somehow still keep me alive. Broken sunlight lead me through every scar I didn't choose, and still it finds a way to shine on everything I left behind. Fields are glowing uneven gold across the cracks, and stories told of every night I didn't win, but somehow still got back again. The river catches bits of sun, like fragments of what I've become. Never whole, but never gone, just carried gently moving on. The light don't need to be complete to show me where the shadows meet, and every flaw within the beam still carries part of what I dream. This is broken sunlight on my face, no perfect warmth, no perfect grace, just pieces falling from the sky that somehow still keep me alive. Broken sunlight lead me through every scar I didn't choose, and still it finds a way to shine on everything I left behind. The sky is torn, but still it stays above my worn and winding ways, and in its cracks I finally see a reflection looking back at me. Not perfect, not untouched by pain, but still alive through loss and rain. Maybe nothing has to be whole to still set something free. Even shattered light can show the places I still need to go. And I begin to feel scars from every fight that left its mark. The air still smells of what was lost, of every bridge that time has crossed. I walk through shadows of my past, where nothing ever seems to last. But even ashes tell a tale of fires that refuse to fail. What burns away can still remain inside the memory of pain. And what is gone is never gone, it only helps me carry on. This is my ashes road I tread, where broken dreams are never dead. They turn to dust beneath my feet, but still they guide my every beat. Ashes road, don't let me fall. You've been the end of it all, and still you lead me through the night towards something like a fading light. Scatters what's left behind, but still I keep it all in mind. Each fragment tells me who I was and why I moved and where I'm lost. I don't escape what came before, I carry it and nothing more, because the past, though burned and gone, still teaches me to move along. The fire takes, the fire gives, and somehow when it's lost it lives. A cycle turning in the dark that leaves its ever-present mark. This is my ashes road I tread, where broken dreams are never dead. They turn to dust beneath my feet, but still they guide my every beat. Ashes road, don't let me fall. You've been the end of it all, and still you lead me through the night towards something like a fading light. A quiet red like memories I never said. But even in that distant glow, there's something I still come to know, that nothing truly disappears. It just reshapes through all the years. Maybe loss is just a guide that walks with us from deep inside. And every ending that we face becomes a starting place. A sign that something new is still in line. Ashes road, I carry on even when the fire is gone, because what remains within the smoke is every word I never spoke. The wind moves slow across the land, and I still stand. river speaks beneath my feet of every loss I had to meet. It rises when the wind runs low, like it remembers what I know. I came from roads that broke my name, from quiet towns that looked the same, but something in the open sky kept telling me to learn to try. No past can change what I've become, no silence makes me come undone. I hear the echoes call my name, but they don't sound the same. I'm a dust-born echo in the wind, still breaking every rule within. I fade, I fall, I rise again, and start the road back up again. Dust-born echo, loud and free, carried by what's left of me. Even when the world feels cold, I'm still a story being told. Return my sound like memories that circle round. The river hums a broken tune beneath the fading silver moon. I've lost more things than I can count, but still I find a way to mount. Another mile, another fight, another turn into the night. The wind don't care who I used to be, it only cares if I am free. And every step I choose to take is every chain I break. I'm a dust-born echo in the wind, still breaking every rule within. I fade, I fall, I rise again, and start the road back up again. Dust-born echo, loud and free, carried by what's left of me. Even when the world feels cold, I'm still a story being told. Burns across the land like fire spilling through my hands. It doesn't ask what I have lost, it only shows me what it costs to stay the same, to stand still here, to live inside my fear. So I keep moving step by step with everything I haven't left. Even echoes learn to grow beyond the places that they know, and every sound that fades away becomes the strength I carry today. The night is long, I turn it into song. The dust settles slow and wide, and I am still inside. like faded dreams from older times. The sky is rusted, burned and white, with nothing left for me to hide. I drive through dust that never clears, carrying all my quiet fears. But even fear begins to fade when nothing more is left to trade. The road ahead is cracked and worn, like something lost but still reborn. And every mile I leave behind feels less like loss and more like mine. This is my rusted horizon line, where endings blur with passing time. No clear arrival, no goodbye, just open space beneath the sky. Rusted horizon, carry me through everything I cannot see. And if I fall, I'll fall ahead into the path the dust has led. The river glows with dulling gold, like stories never fully told. It twists and breaks across the land, but still it moves the way it planned. I learned from every crooked stream that nothing ever stays the same dream. And what looks broken from afar is still what shapes the stars. No map survives the fading light, no compass knows what's wrong or right, just instinct pulling through the haze of endless shifting dusty days. This is my rusted horizon line, where endings blur with passing time. No clear arrival, no goodbye, just open space beneath the sky. Rusted horizon, carry me through everything I cannot see. And if I fall, I'll fall ahead into the path the dust has led. The sun sinks low into the dust, like everything I thought I must becomes just pieces drifting slow into the things I'll never know. Maybe horizons aren't meant to mark a place where something ends, but lines that teach the soul to see there's always more to be. This is my rusted horizon line, but I still cross it every time. because there is no final place. Just motion, dust, and endless space. Rusted horizon, don't let go. Even when the winds don't blow, I keep on moving through the gray and find myself along the way. The sky burns out into the night, and I keep driving into the light. Like it's been waiting since back then. The dust is thick, the air is thin, and I can feel the end begin. Every sound I used to know has turned to echoes moving slow, and all that's left beneath the sky is one more mile I can't deny. There's no more maps, no more signs, just fading lines and broken time. And everything I tried to hold turns into something uncontrolled. This is my final mile of dust, where even hope begins to rust. No turning back, no turning free, just what remains of what is me. Final mile, don't let me fall. I've lost and gained it all, and now I walk this fading thread between the living and the dead. The wind is quiet, sharp and cold, like every truth I've never told. It cuts through every thought I had, both the good and all the bad. The river's gone, the sky is low, and still I feel the urge to go, even when there's nowhere left but silence and what's left. The past is close enough to touch, but doesn't matter much, because the only road I see is what is left of me. This is my final mile of dust, where even hope begins to rust. No turning back, no turning free, just what remains of what is me. Final mile, don't let me fall. I've lost and gained it all, and now I walk this fading thread between the living and the dead. The horizon breaks in fading gold, like every story left untold. And in that final burning light, I see the shape of endless night. Maybe endings aren't the end, just where the road begins again. And every step I thought was last is still shaped by the past. open sky, and one more reason why. The road goes dark, the wind goes still, and I climb the final hill. Like it seemed too much to pretend. The pain is gone, the nails are bare, but something steady lingers there. I've walked through days I can't explain, through dust and loss and quiet pain, yet something never let me fall, a whisper rising through it all. It's not a light that shines so bright, it's barely more than fading light, but in the darkest hours I find it's all I need to keep in mind. This is my rusted faith I hold, bent but never growing cold. Weathered through the storm and time, still somehow it feels like mine. Rusted faith, don't let me fall, even when I lose it all. You're the reason I still stand with broken strength and empty hands. Fields are cracked beneath the sun, where nothing moves, yet life's begun. In hidden roots beneath the ground, where hope is quiet, not loud sound. I've seen the world both cruel and kind, leave pieces scattered in my mind, but through it all I still believe there's more than what the eyes perceive. The strongest things I've ever known were built from what was overthrown, and every break I thought would end somehow began again. This is my rusted faith I hold, bent but never growing cold. Weathered through the storm and time, still somehow it feels like mine. Rusted faith, don't let me fall, even when I lose it all. You're the reason I still stand with broken strength in empty hands. The evening settles on the land, with shadows stretching hand in hand. The sky turns copper then to black, but still I never turn back, because the broken things I see are what have carried me. Maybe strength is not in steel, but in the wounds that never heal, and still we choose to rise again. Through everything we've been, else falls behind. The wind moves slow across the plain, and I believe again. empty night, where nothing ever feels quite right. The road reflects a fading glow from places I no longer know. I carry names I can't recall, like echoes bouncing off a wall. They ride with me but say no word, just silent things I've never heard. The past don't sleep, it rides instead, inside the miles inside my head. No matter how far I may flee, it stays right here with me. Ghosts on wheels keep rolling through every mile I thought I knew. They don't leave, they don't let go, they move with every road I go. Ghosts on wheels don't fade away, you're the price I still must pay. But I keep driving through the pain, through fire, dust, and broken rain. Just shadows sitting in the air. I swear I hear them call my name, but nothing ever sounds the same. The highway stretches like a wound underneath the hollow moon, and every turn I take tonight feels like I'm losing my own fight. No border stops what lives within, no ending ever feels like end. The past is stitched into the steel of everything I feel. Ghosts on wheels keep rolling through every mile I thought I knew. They don't leave, they don't let go, they move with every road I go. Ghosts on wheels don't fade away, you're the price I still must pay. But I keep driving through the pain, through fire, dust, and broken rain. The dawn arrives but feels the same, just another shade of pain. And still I drive without a rest, with everything I can't forget. Maybe ghosts are just the cost of everything I thought I lost. And every mile I drive ahead is built from what they said. The night, the road keeps humming, soft and low.